Welcome to Asian Star Trend. I'm Hannah, and today we've got some hot and trending news to share with you. He is my man, how Yang Mie silenced the hate and stood by you long in the most powerful way in a digital age where negativity spreads faster than truth. One woman's quiet strength reminded millions what real loyalty looks like during what began as a cheerful live broadcast. A cruel comment suddenly shifted the mood. A man who fears his wife is a loser. The internet can be unforgiving, and the moment was ripe for mockery. But instead of retreating or lashing out, Yang Mie leaned in with clarity, courage, and conviction. Her voice didn't rise, but her words hit harder than any rebuttal. "He doesn't fear me," she said calmly, eyes steady. "He respects me. And that's why I respect him back. He is my man, not because I control him, but because we walk side by side." In just a few seconds, Yang Mie turned what could have been a public embarrassment into a statement of strength and partnership. She dismantled toxic masculinity without preaching, defended her partner without apologizing, and reminded audiences that love isn't weakness, it's choice. And sometimes, defiance. The live chat, once filled with laughter and jabs, grew quiet. Then, slowly, support began pouring in. Viewers didn't just witness a defense, they saw a masterclass in emotional intelligence, trust, and what it means to truly stand by someone in an online world hungry for realness. Yang Mie gave us something rare, not just a clapback, but a reminder that love, when grounded in mutual respect, doesn't need to shout to be heard. It simply stands, and that is enough. He is my man. Yang Mie's quiet thunderclap that silenced hate and moved millions. The room fell silent. Yu Long, calm as ever before the camera, showed no sign of anger, only a brief flicker of discomfort in his eyes. A cruel comment had cut through the laughter like a knife. "A man who fears his wife is a loser." The live chat paused. Fans stirred with indignation, unsure how to respond. But before anyone could speak, Yang Mie did. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't flinch. Lifting her gaze steadily toward the camera, she said, softly and clearly, "He is my man. What I choose to do is my business. No one else gets to interfere." Silence. Then an eruption. The comment section exploded with emotion. Not because of drama or theatrics, but because in one measured sentence, Yang Mie redefined modern love. Her words weren't just a defense. They were a declaration of sovereignty, of choice, of trust. "He is my man," a phrase so simple, yet loaded with power. It wasn't possession, it was partnership. Not submission, it was solidarity. In a world addicted to spectacle, this was something deeper. Viewers walked away not just entertained, but awakened to the quiet force of respect, and to the kind of love that doesn't perform for cameras, but protects in silence. That day, Yang Mie didn't just stand by Yu Long, she stood up for every kind of love that dares to be real. "He is my man." The moment Yang Mie became more than just a partner. No dramatic retort. No fiery comebacks. Just a calm presence, a quiet defiance that echoed louder than any shout. "I'm here. I will stand beside him no matter what." In that split second, Yang Mie transcended the role of a doting partner. She became something far more powerful, a protector. A warrior in soft armor. And Yu Long? He didn't rush to explain. He didn't argue back. He simply turned to her, eyes gentle, and smiled. Not a performative smile. A real one tinged with gratitude, softened by vulnerability. It was the kind of smile that says, "Thank you for speaking when I couldn't. Thank you for standing with me when it would have been easier to stay silent." This wasn't the smile of a man afraid of his wife, it was the smile of a man who respected her, honored her, loved her, not with pride or possession, but with humility and clarity. In a world that too often equates dominance with strength, this moment told a different story. True strength isn't loud. It doesn't need to win arguments or prove superiority. It shows up quietly in trust, in mutual respect, in the courage to be soft. What some might call weakness was, in truth, the strongest thing of all. And everyone watching felt it, because that day, love didn't roar, it simply stood, and it was enough. "He is my man," a quiet stand that redefined strength and love in the digital age, because real love isn't about dominance, it's about partnership. In an online world obsessed with spectacle, it's easy to mistake gentleness for weakness. Words like handpicked get thrown around, as if tenderness somehow strips away strength. But what if the opposite is true? What if true strength lies in the willingness to soften for love, for trust, for someone who matters? Yulong wasn't afraid of Yang Mie Mie. He loved her. Loved her enough to stand silently beside her, trusting her completely, letting her calm voice become his shield at day. And Yang Mie Mie? She didn't defend a fragile man, she stood for a powerful relationship built on trust, not ego. They didn't scream "I love you" into the void, they didn't curate affection for the algorithm, but in the moment that counted, they showed up for each other. No script. No hesitation. Just presence. In an era where love is often filtered, cropped, and performed for views, they offered something radical in its simplicity. A soft but unshakable kind of love, unbothered by noise, untangled from gender roles, unafraid to be quiet. It was a reminder: love doesn't need to be loud to be heard, it doesn't need spectacle to be real. Sometimes, it's strongest when it simply stands still, clear, calm, and unwavering. He is my man. The sentence that became a shield and a promise. That simple sentence, "He is my man," was more than a romantic claim. It was a shield. A vow. A quiet declaration that said, "This is my choice. My loyalty. My love." In a single moment, Yang Mie Mie redefined what it means to protect someone, not with noise, but with clarity. She didn't speak to impress, she spoke to stand. And Yulong? He didn't respond with words. He didn't need to. His soft smile, the way he looked at her, said everything. She spoke for me. She protected me. And I've never loved her more. That wasn't performance, that wasn't PR, that was real, because we've all been there, misunderstood, criticized, mocked. We've all longed for someone to stand up when we couldn't. To say, "I see you. I choose you. I've got you." And that's what Yang Mie Mie did. Not with theatrics, but with truth. That day, during a quiet live stream, Yulong and Yang Mie Mie gave us something rare, a moment of unscripted, unfiltered, unwavering love. The kind that doesn't shout to be heard, the kind that doesn't falter under scrutiny, the kind that, even in the face of ridicule, stays rooted and still says, "I'm here. I'm yours." That's not just romance. That's resilience, and the world felt it. He is my man. The quiet kind of love that speaks the loudest. They didn't fight fire with fire, no insults. No dramatic outbursts, just a quiet, united front that spoke louder than 1,000 arguments ever could. In a world that so often confuses love with noise, jealousy, chaos, control, Yulong and Yang Mie Mie offered something radically different. They showed us that real intimacy lives not in grand gestures, but in quiet protection and mutual respect. They reminded us that being soft for someone you love isn't a flaw, it's wisdom, it's strength wrapped in gentleness, it's knowing that sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is stand beside your partner, calm, present, and unshakably loyal. So the next time someone mocks a man for being afraid of his wife, remember this moment. Maybe he's not afraid, maybe he's just in love. The kind of love that humbles you, that teaches you to listen more than speak, that makes you proud, not ashamed when your partner leads with grace and strength. And maybe, just maybe, that's the kind of love we should all be hoping for. Not loud, not showy, but steady, the kind that stands up for each other, even in silence, the kind that doesn't need to prove itself, because it already knows, this is real.